Picture this. It's late at night. You have 12 browser tabs open, and you are trying to make your AI outputs actually work. We are living through a massive implementation gap. Artificial intelligence was supposed to save us time, but for many side hustlers, it has simply turned them into manual copy-paste interns. A language model can generate a brilliant sales page in 10 seconds, but taking that text, formatting it in a page builder, setting up the Stripe checkout, and linking the thank you emails takes 5 hours of manual clicking. That friction is why the next wave of software claims to operate differently. The promise is shifting from an AI that just chats with you to an AI that acts as an execution layer, actually logging into platforms and building the infrastructure itself. The exact hurdle stopping most digital projects today is not a lack of ideas or a shortage of AI-generated content. The bottleneck is the sheer technical exhaustion of assembly. Which brings us to a new release called OpenClaw Cracked. Right away, we need to clarify what this is. There is an open source project from early 2026 called OpenClaw, created by Peter Steinberger, which is a technical AI agent framework used to hack hardware like arcade machines. This product is completely unrelated to that. The vendor here deliberately used a similar name to ride the search traffic wave of that viral project. That tells us immediately we are dealing with a very aggressive marketing apparatus geared toward entry-level digital business, rather than a highly technical developer tool. The core pitch for this software is a single $27 payment for an automated system that supposedly builds your landing pages, drafts your emails, and runs your operations while you sleep. At a price point that low, we really have to look closely at what is actually going on. Is this a legitimate short pat for solopreneurs? Or is it just a slick dashboard designed to push you into an expensive series of hidden upgrades? To answer that, we must ignore the autonomous robot sales pitch completely and look strictly at what happens when you install it and try to run a real campaign. The initial setup delivers on its speed claim. Installing the Claw launcher and getting the main environment running takes under 45 seconds, with zero lag or configuration errors. Once inside, you don't have to connect external webhooks. The system preloads 10 different business frameworks, including local lead generation and freelance arbitrage. In freelance arbitrage, you sell a service to a client, pay a freelancer a lower rate to fulfill it, and keep the margin. This chart maps tools by technical skill versus setup time. Go high level requires serious technical knowledge. ChatGPT takes high skill to prompt. OpenClaw Cracked drops directly into the bottom left quadrant, requiring very little skill and almost zero time to launch. The trade-off you make for that speed is the total loss of deep customization. You are playing in a closed sandbox, using their highly restricted templates to get assets online fast. The core of this sandbox is a module they call the cash flow engine. If you want to build a site for a local plumber, you feed the system 2 or 3 competitor URLs, and it automatically scaffolds the structure for a new landing page. From there, it uses established copywriting models like AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, to write the text. When tested on a local locksmith niche, the output successfully included local urgency triggers and clear trust guarantees. But despite the marketing claims, the text it spits out is not a finished, perfect product. You still have to do a 10 to 15% manual editing pass, adjust the brand voice, verify the service claims, and add human empathy. The AI handles the heavy lifting of drafting the initial structure and filling a blank page, but you cannot abdicate your responsibility as the editor. You have to polish it to ensure the page actually converts visitors into buyers. That same dynamic applies to the software's automation features. In the freelance arbitrage model, the system runs in the background, constantly scanning job boards like Upwork for specific keywords related to the services you want to sell. When it finds a match, it reads the job description and automatically drafts a customized proposal pitching your services, placing it into a queue for you to review. This chart shows the daily time commitment required for client outreach. Manually checking job boards and writing custom pitches takes about 90 minutes. The OpenClaw workflow compresses that down to 15 minutes of reviewing and approving draft. But that workflow reveals the truth about the labor force marketing claim. The software is not running your business entirely on its own. Because the system waits for your manual approval before sending any proposal, you are acting as a manager of a high-speed drafting service.
The software provides the labor, but you provide the final judgment. If you decide to try this system, you need to navigate the checkout process carefully. There is an opaque upgrade structure hidden directly behind that initial $27 entry point. They will present you with one-time offers for agency licenses and bundle upgrades without disclosing the total potential cost up front. Maintain strict financial discipline here. Stick to the $27 core offer. Do not buy the upsells unless you have an immediate, proven need for advanced agency features.
The reason you only need the base tier is because of the most valuable yet least hyped feature included in that initial price, the mandatory 3-day live onboarding workshop. These are live screen share sessions where the development team walks you through the exact clicks required to deploy your first asset. That interactive handholding prevents the abandonment typically seen in cheap, static digital courses. The total investment includes the $27 fee and the 3 days required to attend the sessions and manually configure the business models. Stripping away all the marketing hype, OpenClaw Cracked operates as a $27 risk reversal toolkit that connects disjointed AI generation tools into functioning, publishable business assets. This chart shows exactly who should buy this. If you are looking for a totally passive, set-and-forget income stream, or if you run an advanced agency that requires deep API integration with your existing tech stack, you should completely avoid this product. An API is the code that allows different software platforms to communicate directly. But if you are a side hustler drowning in AI outputs, or a beginner who keeps hitting a technical wall trying to connect page builders to payment processors, this is a clear buy. The proven utility here is that it takes the frustrating technical assembly that usually derails a project, linking your copy to your pages and your pages to your checkout, and compresses it into a few guided hours. AI will not magically build a profitable business for you while you sleep, but deploying a targeted bridge tool like this will finally stop you from acting as the manual copy-paste intern in your own company.